his offense that wants to hang a big number on them.
Thank you, Larry. From the shores of Lake Erie, EA Sports has coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Receiver run here. It's Coleman. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
Now a second down throw for Kaiser. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Here we go.
From the gun, Kaiser. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the line, they go to the sideline. They keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Fielded at about the 28. Oh, good agility by Cobb. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Caught left side, Bennett. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be a third and about 13. He may try and run for this. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A solid chunk of 11 yards there on the keeper. But 4th down now.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
Now on to kick it away, the rookie from Miami, Justin Vogel. Jabril Peppers is deep for Cleveland. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Near his goal line, Kaiser. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4.
Come on, let's go. 38.
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense as that fell harmlessly to the ground. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Now the Packers get set to go. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Second down now after the pass completion. Throwing is Rodgers. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd down. First carry for Ty Montgomery. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And this is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
They begin with a run by Crowell. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Second down, Kaiser. Going underneath for Crowell. A good pickup there at 20 yards.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Here we go. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
On 1st and 10, Kaiser finding room inside the 40. He finds Hearns left side. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Come on, let's go.
Kaiser on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Flex round. Flex Here we go. Ohio. Ohio. Here we go.
Again, it's Kaiser. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on 2nd down.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And a short gain down to about the 33. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
They try the 50-yarder and miss it, and now this offense has it 1st and 10 at the 40. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And some room to roam now. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
I think many people thought Ty Montgomery would automatically go back to being a wide receiver this year. but it appears he's going to stay at running back. I know they drafted Jamal Williams from BYU, but Montgomery proving his worth.
And he proved it, proved it last year. 5.4 yards per carry, fourth best in the league. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Rodgers to throw on second down. Escaping the pressure right. There's some space here. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him to first.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The #1 overall pick, Myles Garrett, showing why he was the #1 pick as he gets him behind the line. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And complete on the right side to Bennett. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yes.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
They'll run with Montgomery. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football. They try again with Montgomery. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along, or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Coming up later tonight, a reminder, one of the best rivalries going. We'll have the Ravens and Steelers for you at 8:30 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday night, another divisional matchup. This time it's the Pats heading down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.
Nice twofer there.
A first down carry now for Crowell. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. Kaiser now on second down. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. Third down now.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Browns on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is third down and 12. To throw is Kaiser. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Draw play, Rodgers to Montgomery. A nice move gets him a few extra. Down just shy of his 20. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Packers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Working from the gun. Rodgers trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Breanne Bonnie Calhoun. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. How about that for a little jolt right before intermission.
You talk about taking momentum into the half with you, and so many teams have an emphasis on trying to score in the last 2 minutes of a half to carry that with them. It's not often talked about scoring on defense, though. That's extra mo.
And now they may take the lead into the locker room as well. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick six. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete. So 2nd and 10 here. Rodgers to throw again. Caught on the right side by Adams. 23 yards on the play. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And they're going to go soft on the corners. 319. Rodgers to Montgomery on the draw. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Rodgers in control as he hurries his guys to the line. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So the offense has it 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
To throw is Rodgers. Forced out to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 17 yards on the pickup. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They're losing here in the third quarter, maybe trying to get the ball outside, bust a big play. Obviously didn't work there.
Man, while it didn't work, I really can't fault them for trying it. You and I talked to the offensive coordinator, and we knew that was a place they wanted to try and go. And sometimes you just have to stick with it because 2-yard gains turn into 20-yard gains as the game goes along.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The old connection, Rodgers to Nelson, getting Green Bay a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Second down, here's Rodgers. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. Pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Lets it go and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Packers. Jordy Nelson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6.
Partner, one of the cardinal rules of defense is that if you're in position to make a tackle, you need to make it.
Well, and if you can't make the tackle before that, you just got to knock that ball down, right?
Yeah, something has to happen because we saw the end result there. Missed tackle, he goes all the way and takes it for a touchdown.
Crosby on now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Let's go!
On second down, here's Crowell. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Here we go!
A first down throw for Kaiser. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
Let's go!
On the counter, it's Crowell. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. The Browns on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Ohio, let's go.
Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. And that is incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Britton Colquitt now. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Rodgers hands to Montgomery. And a little spin cycle. Room to run now. And all the way down to the 35. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 45 yards on the ground. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now it's Rodgers. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamar Taylor. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
This is such a good read defensively. They know that this offense is going to try to get the ball to their playmaker in space. So what do? They crowd him and send bodies at him. And this one winds up being intercepted.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down.
Ohio, come on, let's go.
From the gun, Kaiser. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Corey Coleman with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And that'll be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. In motion left moves Nelson. Rodgers will try again on second down. Lets it go for Nelson. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up third down.
I think someone's going to get into QB 1-0 when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. Rodgers now to throw on third down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The number 1 overall pick, Myles Garrett, and it'll be fourth down.
I know every down's important, but you know as well as I do, partner, third down is key for both offenses and defenses, and Cleveland's got to get better on third down on D.
And what they did right there, you're right, they need more of. They were tied for 30th in the NFL in sacks last year, but a big one there brings up a punting situation. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Mike Daniels in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Now a second down throw for Kaiser. Flushed out right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down. Then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Browns on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The toss play to Montgomery. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. He may try and run for this. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A beautiful fake. Finding room at the 30. Isaiah Crowell, he's all alone. 30. 10, 5, and he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for the Browns. 79 yards. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Here we go. Flex round. Ohio.
They come out here in the I. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Shift together here from the D-line.
Let's go. Flex round. Let's go. One.
Kaiser now. Escaping the pressure right. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So that's going to move them half the distance.
First of all, you can't jump in this situation, but think about your play calling now. It could easily change what you want to do and maybe make things a little bit easier.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll try and punch it in with Crowell. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Isaiah Crowell, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns add on to their lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Steps away to his left. Lets it go for Nelson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Rodgers got to have this one. And that is incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it second down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Come on, let's go! Ryan 38! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Come on, let's...
Now a handoff to Crowell. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Throwing deep here for Coleman. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, it's still a good-sized lead, so they haven't necessarily needed him, but this is now 2 missed field goals for him in this game so far.
Yeah, and the question now is, will he be prepared when they do need him? Whether that's later in this game or sometime down the line, having a kicker you can count on is definitely imperative.
It's complete to the tight end, Bennett. A gain of 6 there on first. Decent start to the drive there. Of course, they need the touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal.
Yeah, those guys are into it. How about the guys on the sidelines? You see the coaches signaling, all the personnel groups up on the sideline, ready to go in and out of the game. They've got to condense their time now in order to try and get back into it.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball. Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Rodgers going to throw. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A very solid gain of 27. In a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible. Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Like any team, they would have loved to have had more yards on that run, but it looks like they just want to get to the 2-minute warning and see what they want to do after that.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are back within a score. So here we go. The Packers will line up to go for 2.
Reset. Hey, easy.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And his pass incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Well,
right?
That's true. You've said that before. Crosby on now to kick it away. Sammy Coates now to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. The last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, come get a little bit closer this time.
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And a long way to go for the offense here on 2nd down.
Here we go. Ohio. Flex round.
They'll run it again with Crowell. And Crowell lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
Flex round. Let's go. 1-9.
Here's Kaiser. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Devon House. Whoosh. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Rodgers in control as he hurries his guys to the line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackle.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Ty Montgomery. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Packers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. And he motions the wide receiver. To throw is Rodgers. Complete at the 1. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Crosby on now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time, don't they?
All the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from NC State, Josh Jones. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Rodgers handing to Montgomery. And he's got this one down to the 10. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Rodgers going to give this one to Montgomery. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Following the penalty, Montgomery. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10. Now Rodgers. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. He hit his first one. This from 44 yards out now. And Crosby puts it through. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game. After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep. And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation. We'll see if they can cover all their bases. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. He was looking to get it to Kenny Britt that time. And now it's 2nd down.
So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
One final shot for Kaiser. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Kentrell Bryce picks it. And now off to the races, down the right side. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked off that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the fourth quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck, I'm going to stay with a little bit of a horse racing theme. It was that close, and then really went into the gallop and finished it strong.
One more horse racing theme. I am glad you posted today.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So for the Packers, they pick up win number 7 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Browns, it's just their third loss as they fall now to 10-3. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.